Hello, Gamerhole main episode, and welcome to the tail end of the subathon. Woo! Yeah! We are super sleep deprived.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Can't relate.
Omid has slept for over 24 hours in the last 36 hours or so.
Yeah, I feel great.
You look great. Omid live joining us here. Hexloom took over for the nighttime shift, so he's asleep. He's sleeping right now. We're all together.
In-person recording of the Gamerhole.
Yeah,
How exciting. We only get to do this once every 6 months.
6 months.
6 months, give or take. The last time we did it was during our first subathon, you might remember. Those who regularly watch the show. And you know, I was worried that this subathon wouldn't top the last one, but I would say it was equal.
At least equal.
Maybe, I think, you know, they each were so unique and they had their highs and lows. We didn't paint Dekie green at all.
The last one,
we learned not to do that last time. So we didn't do that, but it's been really great.
Well,
we had some really
you guys,
good,
we just barely begun because once Dekie and Omid and Hexloom take over,
the madness will take over as well.
That nice watch crew 24/7.
Yes, it will always be night.
You know, like this side of the table represent like positivity and good, and
it's like
they are harbingers of chaos.
All of the good is going to leave, and they will be left with us.
And ZChum in the middle is good because he can kind of go either way.
Yeah,
you know?
I do kind of waver at times.
Actually, there was one night where I was even starting to tilt a bit towards this side.
Your tilt was only few and far between.
Yeah, it only happened one night.
I've definitely tilted quite a few times.
Yeah, that's true.
It's hard when you've got Dekie and Omid in your ear.
Do it.
Join us. Do it. Just screaming at you for, are you touching the silicone tubes in the stash? Don't touch those. Don't touch those. I need those. And then they'll sit down and immediately sell them.
You're never going to get this shot, ZChum. Just give it up. Give it up.
Well, we should probably explain what's going on here. So Tarkov just wiped. And up until this, we had planned to do this subathon with the Tarkov wipe. So, of course, BSG never told us, like, you know, when it was going to wipe.
We had no clue.
Yeah. So, like, you know, we basically put our lives on hold for the entire, you know,
for a month and a half.
Yeah.
Since like mid-May.
We've been canceling any plans, like...
Yeah. Just like on call, like doctors or something, to like drop everything.
I don't want to say that
run.
We're on par with doctors.
No.
They've got it way easier than us.
Right. So we all basically ran here. This is King's basement. Thank you, Kings.
It was my basement.
It was his basement.
Yeah. No, I don't know what it is.
So we're here, and we planned this subathon. The idea was, you know, obviously regular subathon. It would start, you know, contingent. It would go at least until Shooter Born in Heaven, and at Shooter Born in Heaven, it started on my channel. I would then pass on to the next gamer. The baton would be passed, and they'd continue playing on Tarkov. And we're still live. We'll see how long it goes. So if you're watching this, I'm not sure whose channel it's going to be on, but it's going to be the same timer and the same Tarkov account. And one of these gamers will be continuing the progression as long as it goes. I don't know.
It might be on Hexloom's account, Dekie's account, or Omid's account. So
one of them.
Yep. Yeah.
Just run through them all.
Yeah.
It might be on one of them.
They'll be linked below. But yeah, it's been a wild ride. And you know, on top of that, you know, the Shooter Born in Heaven thing, BSG decided to increase the distance required for each shot by 25 meters.
and add a new map.
Exactly. So now not only were we expecting to get this done on 4 maps at 100 meters a shot, headshots in game, it was 125 on 5 maps.
I'd say the difficulty increased overall by an added 50%.
Yes, at least. All the shots, all the locations that were like tried and true, like at 100, just didn't work. So we had to get very creative and very lucky, but we managed to pull that off. So that part is
4 days, 4 gamer days and nights.
Day 4 it took us.
If there was no rangefinder in the game, it would actually be impossible.
It
Impossible.
would have taken.
Well,
forever.
yeah, it would have taken forever.
It would have taken ages.
It would have been like weeks.
Because you would have had to shoot, figure out that shot, and then write down, and then kind of gauge from that. Based
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the thing,
It would be. Oh my god.
Set up a spot, kill your friend, see how far that
Actually,
was.
near the end, ZChum had a shot like that. He thought it was 125 because he pulled out his rangefinder, but he accidentally saw the guy.
I scuffed the rangefinder. As I swept the rangefinder, it caught like a glimpse of like behind them.
It went
and
past
it
the
said
guy.
133.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
they're farther than 125. This is it. This is it. And I shot him and nothing happened.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh no!
That happened to me 4 times.
Yeah.
Before I got my first shot, I was losing my fucking mind. And Omid mostly was like, you gotta get one. You can't go to sleep until you get one. And I was like, oh my god. I never felt so much pressure
Aqua and
to
ZChum
perform in a
lost.
video game in my life. Oh my god, I was dying.
We all were gaslighting.
I was gonna say,
Aqua
without
a bit.
It was
gaslighting-
so toxic.
They would have completed that in 10
Yeah.
hours
Yeah,
maximum.
if everybody
But they
was like-
gaslighted each other, so that way each time they're like,
You got in my head. I panicked. Every time I saw someone, I panicked.
my hands would
And
get
then-
sweaty.
Yes,
I would
you
start
understand
sweating.
what I was feeling now, and
Oh
you
my
added
God.
to it too.
I know, I
You were
couldn't
like,
help
why
it.
couldn't you just click on his head,
Oh,
Mr.
God.
FPS?
It was so
That
good.
was honestly great, though. Aqua
Yeah.
was truly worked up.
I was.
Yeah.
That was the most unhinged I've been on stream ever. Maybe.
It was like
And-
watching you do a Dark Souls boss.
Yeah, it was painful. But then once I got that first one, I got 6 more the next day.
The
hero. Fine.
Aqua really fucking went off the next day. He
Yeah.
struggled for the first day and was like, I can't get this fucking kill. Then the next day he was like, fuck everyone in Tarkov. I'm gonna kill
Me and
everybody.
Dekie, a lot of them we did together. Dekie was let's just say a masturbator. He put on a goddamn show, just shooting into the air, hooting and hollering, luring.
Oscar-worthy performances.
Yes, indeed.
I had some VoIP interactions with my opponents, and it was a good time.
Yeah, and honestly, he's the Jared Leto of of pretending to be a clueless.
It was so good because I
PNC
was playing on this other computer in the back, and so I would go out there and I'd lure them in, and then I just start talking trash you'll never take me alive, fuck you, and then they come and get me and they loot me and I die in the perfect spot,
Yeah,
and they loot me and I'd made my name. I was bait.
They
And-
look at the dog tag and they're like, oh, I was bait.
Yeah,
And then they just get fucking...
yeah, and I'd shoot him in the head.
But it'd be so great because I would die and then I'd just run over to Aqua screen and I'd be like, take the shot.
yeah, it was great.
Kill him.
Actually, Jared Leto is a bad example because you're more of a Tom Hanks of that.
Oh, yeah, way more
I just-
Tom
yeah.
Hanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just picturing a method actor who shouldn't be a method actor. Jared fucking Leto. But yeah, it was good. We had a good time with that.
That was fun. I brought my contraptions. I brought my confetti cannon.
Yeah.
And 2 nights. So initially, the only things I was going to bring was a confetti cannon that if somebody donates enough, it shoots confetti everywhere. And then some lights that go off when people donate. But then 2 nights before, Aqua was like,
I regret it.
Aqua was like, what if there was a balloon that would pop? What if it would fill with air when people donate and then pop eventually? Careful, because you're gonna make a
That balloon popped so many times, and it hurt our ears.
This
Every
wasn't
time.
even a thought in my mind
Oh
to
my
make this. I wasn't even thinking on this level, and then I frantically stayed up like a fucking insane mad scientist that night, just how can I make it work? How can I make it work? And I built it overnight that night, a little device that would fucking pop a balloon as people donate.
And he actually discovered a very niche sexual fetish in the
that was
process.
weird.
Yeah.
The lunars. Yeah.
Lunars, is that what it's called?
Like balloon.
And now
balloons.
ZChum is a lunar as well.
No.
Flooding and balloons.
There was this guy. Like, I needed information. I needed info on like the pressure in a balloon. And so we Googled it. Aqua was away. We were like talking on Discord.
Yeah.
And I like Googling like pressure statistics on balloon like pumps that are able to fill a balloon. And I find this guy's video that is super detailed. He's got like all the information on balloons. It's because he like fucks them or something.
Yeah.
It's like because he like
you
he
need
loves
the right
balloons.
PSI to really feel good.
You gotta be careful what you put up your ass.
That's right.
An inflationist.
It was fucking weird. I felt dirty after making this device.
It's not weird. It's just particular.
You
fine.
might be able to sell that device for a lot of money now.
Well, I
Honestly,
mean,
good for them. Like,
They
for
have some-
sexual activity, we got to work hard. You got to impress another person. Most people, them, it's all about that balloon. You know,
It must be
it's
so easy. They walk out in public. They're at a carnival, and it's oh my god, look at those balloons.
I mean,
Yeah.
late that one night, Omid and I did test if that machine could inflate something else besides a balloon.
What? What?
This was not its intended use. What did you inflate? What did you inflate with the balloon?
The
inflator?
Night Watch knows.
Is that what Omid did before walking up the stairs?
What did you inflate?
My ego.
What did you inflate?
The walking up the stairs was a reference to the members only episode we just recorded, by the way.
What did you inflate?
My ego. My ego. Our egos. We inflated.
What did you put on the balloon inflator?
We use some wet wipes afterwards. It should be good.
Whoa.
I knew it.
You might want to wash it down. Sanitize it a little. Some ISO.
I have to go home today and I have to dig through like 100 hours of Twitch VOD to find what they did to my precious device.
The long con from Omid once again.
What did you put in it?
Somehow sabotages everything.
You'll learn next Sabotage.
Oh, God.
Omid has been long conning the last subathon. Omid installed a bunch of fucked driver updates on the machine that waited 6 months to then totally fuck up the computer so that our stream just the first day was totally scuffed.
Kings never knew because he doesn't really game that much.
No, it worked for a long time because I played Tarkov.
How
Before
long
this.
was your load-in time?
I don't know. No, before it was
It was fine. Yeah.
Before it was
Okay.
fine. It was because the updates they made it so then the drivers.
Okay.
Because the update probably changed how they look for the drivers, and then it kept looking for the Intel drivers because they're
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah, we actually got Shooter Born in Heaven done the whole first day, taking 25 minutes to load in at each raid, and then the whole second day was ZChum troubleshooting the computer, trying to figure out what the fuck happened
It
to
was
it.
us. It was Kings and I like running upstairs and downstairs like,
Yeah.
which machine is this MAC address? Where is this?
Yeah.
Oh, and guess which machine it was? The one Omid's playing Valorant on is the
And-
machine.
And I purchased 2 GPUs, and that was a fun time because they don't let you buy more than 1 GPU at a store now.
That really helped, though. Like, also,
Yeah,
the stream
yeah.
quality. We had so many cameras and scenes and things and devices plugged into the stream PC that the CPU, which is what we were planning on streaming off of, was absolutely like redlining the whole time.
it was 99%,
Yeah.
and it would just start stuttering.
So we were dropping frames like crazy, and then we had to switch to a GPU stream, and that computer, we never thought we would stream with the GPU, so it has like a terrible GPU in it, or it had.
Yeah.
So the stream looked like shit the whole first day and a half.
We had
or two.
so many. We had like 7 cameras plugged into this poor computer, and it's just like
It was screaming. I could hear it weeping and
we
crying.
were like plugging shit in, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna build a confessional booth. Another camera. Oh, we should add one to the ceiling. Another camera. Oh, don't forget the hand cam. Another camera. Oh, the night vision camera.
Yeah.
Another camera."
There were a lot of like visual and prop related gags and goofs. This was like a Gallagher show, or like Carrot Top. This is like the Carrot Top show of Subathon.
There was costume changes.
Yeah,
There was
actually
scene
there was.
changes.
True.
There was entertainment and catering even.
Yes.
The main problem was we thought we had an extra day, and then like last minute we're like, oh shit.
We thought we had time to set up everything, and we
Yeah.
did not have time. It was like
go.
BSG tweets. There will be wipe tomorrow.
And we were
It'll
like,
be wiping 14 hours.
Yeah, it was like, and everyone was like, "Okay, we need to go."
We were
need
like,
to drive."
fuck.
which before that we thought it was gonna be like the Monday because we're like, oh well, it might be the Thursday before, but if it's not, then it'll be early next week. So Dekie's like, I'm going out to New York early, to get a couple days of vacation. And then it didn't wipe early.
The whole thing, like, I was like, it's going to wipe this week. It didn't wipe that week. So at that point, I was like, I'm going to fly to New York. We'll hang out with Aqua. It'll be great. We can do New York City bullshit.
It'll probably wipe Monday or Tuesday.
And I was like, my Monday, Tuesday, it'll be like, we'll get, 3 days there. It'll be a great time. I literally, I buy these tickets last minute. We get there. I get this hotel last minute. And then my girlfriend and I, arrive. We take the train to the city and we get to our hotel. And I didn't have, internet or, data on my phone. So, I get there and I connect to the Wi-Fi and I just have this message from Aqua and it's like, call me. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And I was like, I normally would just talk on the, Discord. So I was like, okay. So I call him. He's like, I might have COVID.
Oh yeah.
And we don't think it's going to wipe.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a little bit late.
You jumped the
I jumped the gun.
really
I
rolled the
risked
dice
it.
on
I
that.
knew that I was playing with fire, but I was like, well, this just all went to shit.
Yeah. Leading up to the subathon, my wife was feeling sick, and for a whole week, she had something, wasn't feeling well, then she was fine, and then started not feeling well again. And then she went to the doctor, explained her, took a COVID test, negative, went to the doctor, explained her symptoms, and they were like, oh, it's Lyme disease. So they started treating her for Lyme disease. So the next day, she started feeling sicker, And as just on a whim, she took another COVID test, even though the doctor was like, it's Lyme. And she took it, it looked negative and went to bed. And then the next morning I woke up and I went to brush my teeth and I saw just this positive COVID test sitting on the sink.
Oops.
And I was like, the subathon, Charkov wipe. I can't go to the subathon with COVID and potentially harm someone or get everybody sick. So I just
COVID
freaked out and I was
too.
and we were talking to each other through a door, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? She's like, you just get out of here. Just go. And we just separated for days leading up.
She looked you in the eyes and went, run.
Yeah. Run.
Fly, you fool.
And we talked about it. We both had COVID in January already. So we had a good idea that she was going to be okay and everything. So she was like, just go. You can't ruin this thing. You can't have it get ruined over this. And I was like, okay. I mean, and then it was really a waiting game. Am I gonna become sick?
Yeah.
And I was just
twice.
constantly testing. I did 2 PCR tests and everything before coming up here, and I luckily dodged it somehow, amazingly. But yeah, it was everything was really fucked. But it worked out. We're all here. Look at that.
It easily could have gone to shit with that.
I was gonna say
that would have
touch and
been
go.
bad.
Yeah.
And at that point, we had all been. I was definitely invested. I'd come to the U.S. But Kings have been prepping for this shit for weeks and months. Yeah. So if that fucked up, it would have been. It would have been real rough.
It would have been an interesting one.
The real fifth member of the Gamer Hall, Tanya, has been I don't know how she's done any of the shit she does.
She lives with me.
I know. She obviously she's used to being on camera at this point with Dekie's house set up. I was just so surprised how much she put herself in the subathon. That was
she did a Tarkov raid even.
She did a Tarkov raid.
Some unusual things might have been happening.
She was handed the world's fucking hottest chip and she just ate it. I wouldn't even eat that shit, and she was just
I didn't eat it either.
She was like, okay.
It was funny, before because I was talking to her about the chip, and she's like, yeah, okay, sure, spicy, do you have spicy food? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty spicy. You know, I eat some spicy food. And then when she fucking had it, she's like, Dios mío, like fucking like a truck.
And then someone on TTS was like, Dios mío. That was so funny.
Tanya busts out the Spanish. You know, she was in Spanish. She was talking, she was like perfect English all the time, and she just says like, fuck this. Dios mío.
She had like half the chip, and she was like, oh no. And then Dekie started dancing.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Dekie started mixing
I still
it up
feel like shit, dude. Yeah.
Hex just instantly looked like he was gonna die, and stayed like that all night.
No, Hex was the
He
most.
still might be like that.
Hex was the most afraid of the chip,
Yeah.
but I thought he recovered super.
No, he looked really bad for like
Yeah,
3 minutes, and then he like flipped to like,
And
okay,
then
I
he was
can kind of,
"Oh, I'm
yeah, okay.
And Dekie at the start was like, "This ain't shit," and then Dekie is still fucked up from it.
When I relieved Hexloom this morning from his night's watch, he was like, "My stomach is still fucked."
Well, his stomach was fucked, but at least
that was my thing. Is like the heat and like the overall burning of the mouth and throat. That like I was like sweating. I was like had tears coming out of my eyes and shit. But like that's what I expected from it. The whatever the fuck it's done to my stomach is like that's the real shit.
Have you guys seen those pills? It's called like miracle berries.
Yeah.
You eat the miracle berry and it swaps your taste buds. So sweet things taste sour and sour things taste sweet. The first time I like met my fiance, I was hanging out with her in college. Somebody had those. It was on a party. It was like a get together. Somebody had those. I was like, I'll take one. And I took it and I was like, everything tastes great. I can drink hot sauce. And I like took the whole thing of Tabasco sauce and just started like slurping it down. And I was like, it tastes fine. It doesn't even hurt. And then as soon as it touched my stomach, I was like, I'm gonna throw up. And I just ran.
I'm in danger.
College educated man.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking of like the stomach consequences.
And this is the guy who programmed all the machines and like fixed the computer.
Hot sauce tastes good.
It tastes
to be fair, the hot sauce tasted totally fine. It actually tasted kind of yummy. It almost tasted like orange juice. I was like, this is yummy.
I'll drink all of it.
Imagine like you're hanging out with a girl for the first time and you run into her bathroom and like violently vomit hot sauce into her toilet.
Violently shitting hot sauce.
That's how you know you're good for each other. When me and my wife first started dating, my apartment got bed bugs in New York City.
I would have left you immediately.
And we discovered it one night, you know, and she was like, "Holy shit, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, I have to get out of here now." And I was like, "I don't blame you at all." Actually, she let me go to her place and like we like showered and stuff.
You should have proposed right then.
I know. I knew.
Knowingly,
if like this was like early in our relationship.
I would have never let you come near me again.
Yeah,
exactly.
Risking bed bugs in her home for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it wasn't like bed bugs in like 2012 were rampant in New York City.
I remember.
Absolutely.
I remember like
rampant.
all the news stories about it.
Yeah.
That's when I developed my fear of bed bugs because of all the stories about like New York City overrun with rats and bed bugs.
You know what happened? It's because of fucking SantaCon. You know SantaCon where everybody dresses up like Santa and runs around New York City and gets drunk and stuff? Like a little bit before Christmas?
No.
For SantaCon, we were like 22 or 23. And of course, my roommates were like freaking out over SantaCon, like about just so excited to dress up like a stupid fucking Santa Claus and get drunk. My dumbass friend went and got like these like Salvation Army sweaters that were filled with bed bugs. Apparently, I'm convinced that's what did it.
That's what it was.
And then he laid them all out on my fucking bed
Was it
to
Tucker?
like pick them out.
I bet it was Tucker.
That was a classic Tucker.
Was it Tucker?
Yes, it was.
God damn it.
Fucking Tucker. God damn it.
No wonder he moved across the country.
Yeah.
Died his shame.
They never knew who he was until he like FaceTimed me during the subathon.
We saw Aqua just FaceTiming some dude, and we were like, "Aqua, who's that?" He's like, "It's Tucker." Tucker!
It actually
Tucker!
was him. It actually was. If I remember correctly, it really was. Yeah.
Well, before we talk about Aqua's new haircut,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about
sure.
the sponsor of not only the Gamer Hall, but also the sort of impromptu sponsor of the subathon as well, for keeping us not smelling gross, for keeping us clean. And the sponsor, as always, Manscaped. Thank you, Manscaped, for sponsoring this episode of the Gamer Hall. Appreciate it.
Go ahead and talk about these bad boys.
Yeah, look at that.
Sweaty sack summer is approaching. We know about sweaty sack summer, okay?
Just laugh at that.
Sweaty sex summer.
We know about sweaty sack summer, all right? We've been experiencing it firsthand.
I'm experiencing it right now.
It's not approaching, it's here. Let's be honest.
It's hot in here.
Sweaty sack summer is here, and it's time for you to prioritize the comfort of your crotch. That's why the kings of crotch comfort, Manscaped, have spent 2 years designing the most comfortable boxer briefs out there. Look, Dekie's got them on. He's been wearing them this entire time. We have had the honor of testing these out. We had enough for all of us here at the subathon. Dekie's got them on right now. We had the honor of testing them out. We can say they are the softest of any underwear. So breathable. Gills for your groin. They also trademarked the jewel pouch, so you know they're serious about this.
Yeah.
I am cupped.
I think it's time to invest in your family jewels. Let your bulge breathe and get 20% off and free shipping by using code GAMERHOLE at manscaped.com. 20% off and free shipping using code GAMERHOLE, no space, GAMERHOLE at manscaped.com. Thank you, Manscaped. You guys have made this tolerable. Truly a bearable experience.
When we do bathe during this event, we did use the shampoo.
Yeah, the shampoo and the body wash.
We all smell exactly the same.
And none of us smell.
Yeah.
That's right, chat. None of us smell. For the millionth fucking time.
I had one of my buddies DM me on Instagram and go, okay, can you be honest though? What's it actually smell like in that room? And I was like, it smells fine.
It really does. None of us are stinky gamers. We're all like kind of like non-smelly types.
We've had our fiancés and girlfriends wander down here and they're like, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
If Tanya could bear being down here
Yeah.
for as long as she was, surely it must be.
She elected to come down
How
here
could she
several
like it down
times. She
We
liked
didn't
it.
even demand she come down here.
Yeah.
She just enjoyed the atmosphere.
Demand.
Tanya, get down here!
ZChum screams at woman.
Aqua screamed in the vicinity of Tanya.
Oh my god. No,
Yeah, I was
even better.
yelling because I got my
That
first
was the
shooter
greatest
He
born
got his
shot.
first shooter-born shot.
And then
After 12 hours or something.
I like ran up into the room and Hexlin was at the computer. And I got my first shooter-born shot. Tanya was here. And I was like, yeah! Like freaking out, celebrating. And then Hexlin just goes, Aqua screamed at woman. Clip it.
There were clips like with the title, like Aqua screams at woman. Aqua screams at woman.
Yeah.
Because Tanya happened to be there.
Yeah.
And Aqua
I
happened
was
to be
screaming
celebrating.
in a room that a woman was in.
And then all the titles were like, gamer she's woman for first time.
Yeah.
Yes!
The best part is Aqua is very much one of those people that, like, if he fears people have the wrong impression, he has to explain it. So that
I
he was,
didn't explain it. I don't
you
care.
don't.
Oh,
She has
no.
a video of you being like, listen,
Oh,
I
yeah,
really
that's
wasn't
it.
yelling at
Oh,
you.
it was a joke.
Aqua
I was
demanded
playing
into
it.
that she record him claiming that he did not
That's
yell.
not true.
Take this money.
Okay, that was all fine, and then this is bothering me now.
Yeah, when she went into the confession room and she was looking off to the side, she was like,
Yeah.
he did not yell at me.
I was slightly
I was
off
fine.
camera.
She was looking like
Menacingly.
She went into the confession.
Everything is fine.
She goes into the confession booth and she's like, "What do you want me to say?"
My hands her money.
Handy does not have gout.
Yeah,
Insane does not smell.
Yeah. 20 each time.
So we cut Aqua. I'm sure that you can. I mean, maybe if you're listening, you can't see, but we cut Aqua's hair. I say we. Dekie cut Aqua's hair.
I have like some kind of mullet situation going on.
He's got an incredible mullet going on. It's really
that was
something.
one of the things upon completing Shooter Born in Heaven. I said that, you know, the gamers could cut my hair into a mullet, and Dekie jumped to.
I said I would like to partake, as in I would like to maybe snip a little, like one or two snips. Over. And then like I went upstairs to do something. I came back down. They were like, "Well, here's your scissors. Cut his hair." And I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, I meant like I just wanted to cut a little bit, and like that's it. Somebody else could do it, but apparently. It was left to me.
So we all bowed out of cutting Aqua's hair and then immediately criticized Dekie when he took his very first snip.
That's the way you're going?
Dude, it was a scary snip, though.
The second he pulled some Aqua's hair up and started cutting, we all went, "You're doing it like that?"
There was a brief time during the haircut where I really looked like the mayor of Whoville. Like, I had this weird, like, swoopy thing in the front, and, like, he was just cutting my hair from, like, up here.
Oh my god.
Like, just digging all the way down.
I thought it was gonna go bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna
I
go
believed in
real
you
bad.
the whole time, Dekie.
Aqua was one of the few that was like, I trust it.
Yeah, I trust him.
And I mean, I'm not saying it's great, but for a gamer haircut, it's not bad.
For someone who's probably never cut hair before, or a mullet, it's not too bad. I actually like it. I'm going to keep it, I think, for a while.
He's gonna rock it for at least 2 years.
I think he's gonna take up hockey when he gets home.
Yeah.
He definitely looks real rough.
I'm gonna probably shave into a mustache.
He's
soon.
gonna buy a Fiero and cruise around the local bowling alley.
Yeah, with a toothpick in my
And
mouth.
he's gonna smoke cigarettes in restaurants.
Yeah.
When we see him for the wedding, he's just gonna roll like,
Oh my god, dude, that'd be so fucking good.
I wish you.
It's a slippery slope from here. Just like Dekie's nails.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean into the mullet.
I hope Dekie leans into the nails and Aqua leans into the mullet.
Dekie shows up like full goth, and I'm like full like fucking NASCAR. Dude.
I actually have the cut in my eyebrow. My nails are repainted. Yeah.
You peel out on the way in, and then you throw a beer can out the window.
Sup, pony boys?
Open the door.
to you and yours, and then shotguns a fucking.
You guys getting hitched or what? We're all gonna see each other in like 2 weeks again for a wedding.
Yeah,
that'll be cool.
You know, leaving these things is normally, you know, sad, you know, but it's reassuring that we'll be reunited.
I think we'll record another Gamer Hole episode.
Maybe
that would be fantastic.
Maybe we even drag Wellen Poob.
Devin.
Devin.
Oh my god, we just have a
Should we
fucking
do it
yes.
before or after?
After. We should do it after.
Yeah, your wedding is going to be like the Twitch event of the year. It's going to be insane.
I think we should record one, yeah. I think it'd be good. Fuck, I had something else I really wanted to talk about. I've totally just lost it. King's bought all these like sound reactive lights that I think almost forced me to seize out the night that I like did my own little stream like off to the side, and the lights are like right next to your head, and as you're trying to play any little sound, they're just like
they're blinking right now.
Yeah, they're cool. But when they're like in your eyes, they're really like.
In preparation for the subathon, Kings literally went on Amazon. He typed in gamer.
Yeah.
And then he bought like the first 100 results.
I think he went on Amazon.
Well, no, I bought those because originally when ZChum and I were talking about contraptions, I said, well, can we just have the whole room like light up based on alerts? Type of deal.
Which we kind of have. Like, I had LED strips that like went all over the place.
But the problem is it doesn't react. Those can't react to sound because, you know, they're slightly off and it wouldn't make sense. So I just said, all right, I'm just going to buy some lights that react to sound. And then
Oh, we got one right there too.
Yeah.
That's a little one. There's like a giant.
There's a giant one behind. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have it all
Like I said,
Oh, and pinball
it's like
machine.
the carrot top of subathons. It added a lot of like pizzazz though. It was
We really upgraded from the original one.
yeah.
The original one was more fueled off just madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We despite a lot of sleep not being good, or sleeping under stairs for 30 hours, or
Can we talk about Omid's sleeping situation, which has been
That's not.
which has
I
been
should talk to a doctor.
It's been an interesting one.
Omid showed up and just dragged all of his shit down into the Harry Potter cabinet under the stairs, and he's just been like festering down there in his little rat hole.
Funny thing is, if you remember last subathon when we dressed up Sir Dekie like Harry Potter,
yes,
we were gonna have him sleep under the stairs that night as well. But he was so pissed off about the green paint thing that none of us asked him to sleep under the stairs.
Don't dare approach him.
He just dressed like Harry Potter. But Omid slept down there this time just because.
And
he's
he
been
chooses
thriving
to.
down there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the weird part. He chooses to.
And he is thriving down
Yeah.
there.
It honestly looked very nice and cool and
Well, it
comfortable.
was just away from TTS. Honestly, the TTS wasn't so bad, but like, just sometimes you guys would get really hyped and like, be like, woo! And honestly, that didn't even bother me after a while either. It just was
It
very
bothered
cool.
me. That first night I slept down here, and Dekie would like smash the gong at 4 a.m. to
Yeah.
announce like I don't know what he was just announcing that he was still breathing. I think.
Yeah.
Dude, bong 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 bong.
I remember that first night. I was just sitting on the couch and like, you told me the next morning. You looked like death. You did not sleep an hour.
I didn't.
I woke up and was like, it's morning now. Huh? You're like, you didn't. We didn't have the air mattresses this time around. We had these like
We had
two.
these little like camping mattresses that like self-inflate a quarter inch
I
of
slept.
like foam because they've been like vacuum packed,
Yeah.
but it doesn't help.
I slept on it for 5 minutes. I was like, I'm gonna sleep on the beanbag couch. After all, why shouldn't I?
Why shouldn't I sleep on the beam?
I deserve it. But yeah, it was your first time with TTS. You were.
Bad. It wasn't. I was bad. It wasn't good.
I was desensitized.
First night, did Hexlum sleep down here?
No,
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Hexlum slept down.
it was
here.
Hexlum does not sleep down here.
It was me.
He never did the first one. He is now.
I mean, he didn't have to sleep down here. He was on camera all night.
Yeah, he was-
he was playing all night.
Yeah. You had that funny little thing where you turned like it was just spamming constantly, and I'm just like fully asleep, and then you asked me like,
Oh my god, yeah.
you're like, how long can the messages be?
Omid had finally like kind of dozed off. I hadn't heard from him in like 15 minutes maybe, so it was time for him. He was falling asleep. I hadn't heard from him, and I had just been silent for a while trying to fall asleep, and it's just Chinese for business, Chinese for business, Chinese for business, and I'm like, how many fucking characters are in a TTS message? Omid hasn't said a word, and then he goes 500. And I'm like, Chinese for business. And then after that, dude, I started. The next one came up, and
You were
it was
counting.
woman breastfeeding. And I started counting, and that was like my counting sheep. That's what got me to sleep because I was counting woman breastfeeding. I got to like 150, and I was like, it's been an hour. How is it still going?
You know that's what's playing right now on TTS. We just don't hear it.
Woman
Yeah.
breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Woman breastfeeding. Woman
100%.
breastfeeding.
Yeah, there's just certain frequencies of TTS that
Yeah, some of them will like sync with your brainwaves the right way, and they're more calming than others.
Yeah.
And then
Mm.
the chats learn to manipulate Brian.
Yeah,
Like so
It's
they can
incredible.
change his cadence. They
Yeah.
can make him speed up, slow down. Sometimes he's all like L underscore L, and then other times he's like
It's like they're
It will.
It's like they're prodding him with a hot iron at certain points to get him to say it just right. L underscore.
He goes real insane sometimes. They workshopped since last time. Since last time we did this,
they've been preparing.
They all got together during Omid's stream and practiced.
Oh, yeah. I have 2 weeks of just sleeping with that shit. And I remember the first night was rough, but then like towards the end, I had just become so exhausted that like even like my roommate coming in, like my roommate would get paid $10 and then he would come in and like bang on pots and pans and I'd be like just fucking like he splashed water on me one night, cold water, and I literally like Undertaker was like, well, why? Okay. Just went back to bed. Yeah.
It's like last night when I put the camera on Dekie, I was like, Dekie. He's like,
and then they just like, yeah, that was good.
That's funny.
We got the guard dog going on.
Guard dog's going on.
Guard
We
dog.
got Bowser the guard dog
Yeah,
going on.
he's doing a lot of important dog stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of dog work.
There's some
Yeah.
dog work going on upstairs.
What the dog do?
What's the dog doing up there?
Business.
Kings'
business.
Kings' animals have been perfectly complacent with everybody here.
Yeah.
And
It's been surprising.
yeah,
That's
and
nice.
chat being here with all the fucking sounds and balloons
know.
popping and cannons
Oh my
launching
God, yeah.
and all that stuff. You know what? Can we roll like one of the clips of the cannon going off
Can we-
right here?
Just a single clip.
Just one of them.
maybe one of a balloon and one of a cannon shot. Throw that in there.
And
Oh my god!
Oh,
Fuck you!
no.
Fuck you! Go to hell!
Do we have a napkin? I spilled milk everywhere.
God.
The balloon was the worst thing I've ever like.
that
I
actually was like
What's the timestamp?
I don't get it. It's terrible because like I've been around plenty of popping balloons. I filled my entire room with balloons one time and I popped them all.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is about the acoustics in here, but it's deafening.
Yeah,
it
it
hurt. It's so much worse.
It stings.
I feel like Chad doesn't get it because like balloons pop. You're like okay, wow, balloon pop, but like it hurts.
yeah, my
it
ears
reverberates
felt
in here.
clogged after
Yeah.
each one. Like I felt a little deaf. After it
And
was insane.
a lot of balloons popped.
Yeah.
The first time
Chat
I came
likes
in
the
there,
balloon.
It was truly like horrific. Like when you see it getting big and close to popping for an hour, you're just terrified.
This one, the final night of the balloon, Omid looks at it and goes, I'm desensitized to it. It doesn't bother me anymore. And then I like went in chat and typed like balloon test 10 million to like force it to pop. And Omid gets up and goes, I gotta go to the bathroom. And he tries like sneaking out.
Somehow too, it popped like several times at the
Perfect
most
timing.
perfect time.
There was not a better time than when I turned to Aqua, looks at the balloon and goes, that balloon's getting kind of big. And I turn to Aqua and go, I hate to break it to you, but it's never gonna pop. And it popped instantly.
Instantly popped.
It instantly popped.
God.
It was a perfect timing moment.
there was a pop last night when we were eating the chip, and Dekie finally like calmed down a bit. Like,
And
he's like, ah.
the second Dekie relaxed, he leaned back, his head was almost touching the balloon.
Pop.
And it popped and snapped him out. And he just like launched out of the sea.
My one request from the subathon is somebody finds all the clips of the confetti thing blowing up and the balloons popping, and just put in a
Mash up
compilation, and then
yeah.
somebody takes that compilation and makes a song with it, like like an orchestral.
Yeah, like
Pop, pop,
Yeah,
pop,
yeah.
pop.
the Mario theme.
yeah, something like that. That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
The cannon I thought would be so much worse. I really like balloons popping is not bad. Whatever the acoustics are in here made it horrible.
I think for the next subathon, I will make the cannon worse.
What does that even mean? What?
Yeah.
Now that I've understood the limitations of my devices, I can go way
The
harder.
cannon, like, it's startling and it's scary because, like, whoo! And I mean, it just makes a big poof sound.
Yeah.
And then, like, you get confetti everywhere and it's starting. You're like, ah! But, like,
The cannon is actually scarier upstairs
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it reverberates
It
like upstairs, so your floor is like kind of you can just hear that, and you're like, what the hell?
And then
you're
it's-
like,
and then-
oh,
It takes you out of reality for a second.
Yeah.
For just a moment,
The cannon is weird.
you forget you're alive. You don't know where you are. You don't know what you're doing. You have no idea what the fuck's going on. And then it clicks as the confetti fucks up your entire setup and
Both
gets
of
in
them
your
are
keyboard.
just a major disturbance in your in your natural setting. You know,
We are gonna
jarring.
have so many more disturbances.
I
It
was
just
just-
ruins the vibe.
I was
Yes.
gonna say we have the thing that we were gonna do also was set up the Nerf gun.
Yeah, I'll have it on like a
that
servo.
was a little bit more.
Auto turret? You're
So-
gonna
okay.
put a fucking auto
Well,
turret in
and
there?
then also we had an
Traction
idea of
control.
the RC car that people could drive around.
Yeah, and I have like a dunk tank I want to do where we like we put like a kiddie pool under the chair and you game on like a water safe area and just 5-gallon bucket of water above you with a sprinkler valve that's activated by like a milestone. And like when it hits that milestone, it just dumps on you.
God.
This is never gonna happen. How are we gonna have that much?
Oh, you
Water
said the
safe
cannon would never happen. The balloon
Water
would
safe
never happen.
area?
There's a
The water safe-
Nobody's gonna sit in
I
that chair.
streamed Tarkov from my pool.
No, the water.
Nobody's gonna sit in that
The
chair.
water safe area is a little bit of a risky one. Anytime there's water and electronics, you kind of be careful.
I
with
streamed
that.
Tarkov from my pool and it went perfectly fine.
That's
Yeah,
on a
but
stable surface.
I wasn't there.
Yeah. Omid wasn't there. Would you have streamed it if Omid had been sitting nearby?
Throw the PC in there.
What's this? Oh, I'll touch this. What's this? I'll play with this. Stop touching things, I'll find a way to make a safe, annoying, water, or maybe like a tiny little squirt gun just positioned perfectly.
This is
at your
just his
face.
water fixation.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me flood the
I'm trying to think of the
subathon.
most.
Yeah, you know what? Katie said he's horny for water.
Yeah,
now I
He
get
is.
it.
Yeah.
I am.
And he even
have like a water thing.
the other day he's all like, I've been playing this city building game about beavers.
Yeah.
And he's like, I just love to see the water get dammed. And I'm like, what the hell, ZChum?
I like when things flood. I think I watched
I
Titanic.
like when things.
I think I watched Titanic at a young age.
Is it like a sexual thing?
No. It's that scene in Titanic where the crystal clear cold water is like filling a room that shouldn't have water in it.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, no. ZChum and I talked about it. He's like, I love the Batman. I
love Batman when it's like flooding the
Because of the
stadium.
flood.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is a great movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
As flood.
Titanic is like top 10.
You guys, this is when we first discovered ZChum's water thing. You might remember an earlier episode where he got this shell and he's like, I want to fill it with water and drink out of it.
It makes so
Like,
much sense.
Yeah. He's got a water thing.
It's like conch.
I have like a flooding thing. It's just when I see water rising somewhere it's not supposed to, I'm just like, that's cool. I like that.
In other words, I'm going to make sure he doesn't go near the pipes for a bit.
It's like,
the basement just starts.
I just think about
100 gift subs and ZChum will flood King's face.
No.
Oh my god, a
But-
pipe burst! Who did that? It's like hacksaw through.
That's what it feels like when the cannon goes off upstairs. You're like, oh fuck, did the pipe just burst? Like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
it sounds like that.
Oh, I'll go down there and fix the flooding, guys. I'll just play around in it for a while.
Yeah.
Nice. I love this.
Put me in like a Houdini style PC gaming setup that slowly fills with
Fills
water.
with water.
I'm gonna get you a little kid water table as
I
a
would love
wedding
that.
gift.
I would love a little kid water table.
I
unironically.
might get.
I had one as a child. And you like lift the little levees and
Yeah.
like move the water through, and I had one. I loved it. Maybe that's what did it.
I had one of
Yeah.
those, and I don't really care about.
And you're not
flooding,
horny for water.
but- No.
Look at it fill. Yes.
Yes, the water. It's wet.
I had one person in my church chat was like, "There are dozens of us. I'm the same way. I love it when things flood. Yes."
If you like flooding things, let us know in a comment.
There's one out
below.
there. Okay, there's at least
There has to be
one
one.
person out there. I know. He was in my chat.
Man, there's stuff for everything. You talked about the balloon thing. You
The
know?
lunars.
Yeah, the ballooners.
Yeah.
You know what? Whatever gets you going.
I
That's
think
fine.
that's the moral of this Gamer Hole episode.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever gets you going.
For me, it's Brian TTS.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
That does
For
get
hours.
Dekie going. I
feel
He does get
alive.
very excited when that
Yes.
happens.
Does anybody have any important closing arguments they'd like to state?
Yeah.
Arguments.
Any closing arguments before we head to the Minions movie?
No, my bladder is flooding.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I love that. I like that. Thank you so much, Omid, for joining us on the Gamer Hole podcast / Creators Club.
Yeah, Hexloom is
Episode.
upstairs. He's
Hexloom,
sleeping.
of course, upstairs. We'll try to make sure one of the cannon or balloon videos is one with him in it.
Yeah.
Hexloom and Omid will be linked down below.
Yeah,
Check them
and
out.
Actually, their baton or section of the subathon might still be live on their channel.
It fucking better be.
The subathon.
When this comes out, so check it out.
The subathon, we completed Shooterborn. That was supposed to be the end of the subathon. Aqua and I are graciously bowing out.
Yes.
And we were passing the baton to the brave
Yes.
warriors of the Night's Watch, Hexloom.
Night's Watch 24/7.
Hexloom, Dekie, and Omid, and they're gonna keep going. So when this episode comes out, make sure to stop by one of their Twitch accounts and see if there's a little timer up there. See if they're still going.
Yep. Thanks for a great time, everybody.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
What's up, gamers? Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. We put a lot of work into these. If you liked it, consider becoming a member just by clicking the join button down below this video. Becoming a member will get you access to exclusive members-only benefits like a monthly live stream, as well as an extra hour-long episode every week on top of the main episode. Thank you again for watching. Appreciate you. And as always, we will see you next week.